Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Now, have you ever wanted to laser cut or laser engrave some mirrored acrylic, but you cannot stand the smell, or you just can't afford the today's prices of the stuff? Well, today I'm going to show you how we can combat both of them, and that's just by making your own. So we all know your mirrored acrylic. This is a little sample sheet I got. So this is a really yellow gold one I've got. So it's a mirrored film on the back, and then you've got that horrible grey, don't even know what it is, then stuck on the back. And I think that's the stuff that smells when you cut it. And I think it is extruded acrylic as well, so it doesn't help. So what I'm going to show you today is how to turn a standard piece of acrylic into mirrored acrylic. So this is cast acrylic. If I ever cut cast acrylic before, you know it. Let me just wipe some water over there. If you've ever cut cast acrylic before, you know it doesn't smell too bad compared to extruded, which does have a bit of a whiff. So with this, you can make your own mirrored acrylic. And like I said, with cutting it, the smells are going to be pretty much eliminated. Smells going to be pretty much eliminated as opposed to cutting mirrored acrylic. So I'll just show you a piece here. This is the first thing I ever tested to see if it would work. And as you can see, it's more of a darker, like a bronzier colour there, but it is mirrored acrylic. So how we do that is, all we use is window tint. If you don't know what window tint is, it's just like a sticky film you stick to your, most people use it on their car windows, and it just tints the windows. So yeah, we've got a gold one here, and I've also got this pearlescent rainbowy colour one as well. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Got a couple of examples here I have cut out. So I don't know if you can, if that's in focus or not. Let's see if we can get that in focus. So we've got, that's the mirrored acrylic one with the grey backing. That then is the bronzy gold one, which I made myself. And then you've got the pearlescent one there as well. So, as I said, there are many upsides to this. It doesn't smell at all. You can cut in this stuff. The window tint doesn't smell. There's no problem with it whatsoever. It's a lot cheaper. You do get a lot more options in regards to colours. As I said, I'll put a link in the description where I bought mine from. It was just like the first eBay page I found, and they had loads of different options of colours. And if you've ever looked at purchasing or have purchased mirrored acrylic, you don't get colours like this. Well, not that I've seen anyway. So you've got a massive more catalogue of options basically to make, or whatever it is you make. I do a lot of wedding names with mirrored acrylic. And yeah, the last batch I'd done, I think it was about 250 names in the actual mirrored acrylic. And I'd have to stop every now and then because of the fumes. Even though I got a fairly decent extraction going outside, there's still fumes coming from the machine, and it was just giving me a splitting headache. But with this way, yeah, like I said, no fumes, absolutely fine, and you can just keep cutting and cutting and cutting, and it's happy days. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to do it. I've pre-cut these little sheets already. They're just little sheets now. You can do the full A4 or whatever size your machine cuts, but I'm just using an example for these two. You will notice, mind that the pearlescent one's quite a bit more transparent than the gold one. In regards to window tint, you can get darker ones which are less transparent, and again, you can get lighter ones which are a lot more transparent. That's probably the main difference between these two. The mirrored acrylic isn't transparent whatsoever because you've got that grey film on the back. But what you can do, like I said, you can get darker ones which are less transparent. Or alternatively, I haven't got any black tint. You can get some really dark, deep black tints. So you could just put that over the top, and as you can see, that'll block any transparency. Just using black acrylic just to show this, sorry. And that'll help with any sort of transparency issue. So it'll be the same. So you just put the mirror on the back, put the window tint on the back, sorry, the color you want, and you can put the black window tint over the top of that. And that'll cause any issues. But when you're cutting out little names, little wedding names, place names like that, you're really not going to notice, to be fair. And the customer isn't going to know the difference because they just like the way it looks. Right, so we're going to get onto this now. So, like I said, I've cut these two little sheets out. There's a small clear layer on the back you've got to peel off. And what we're going to do now, I'm not a pro at this by any means. This is the only setback. It's cheaper, it's better, doesn't smell as much, but you do have to make it yourself. But it's not hard. Just make sure your surface is nice and clear. I'm just going to wipe it down again. You want to make sure there's no like dust or anything. If you've ever put like a phone screen on your phone, like a protective case, and you see those little air bubbles, yeah, you'll know the challenges. But I'm going to show you how easy it is, I should say, with this. So make sure there's no like debris or anything there. Now you're going to want to basically saturate this with water. This looks like air freshener, but it's not. I've just filled it with water. Just going to spray loads of it on. Honestly, there hasn't been a point where I've put too much on yet. This is probably the hardest bit of the process, because I haven't really got nails to do it. It's just trying to get the clear backing off. So what I tend to do is just bend an edge over, and we'll just try and separate them as well. With this, you can actually make stickers out of it as well. So cut yourself, whatever size sheet you're doing. You can put it into the machine like that, cut it out, and then you just peel the backing off, and you've got yourself some stickers as well. I have made a few. I haven't put any up for like sale or anything. I haven't sold any. I just made them for myself. Right, so you'll see you've got the clear adhesive. Well, that's not the adhesive, is it? But the clear setting there. Peel that off. Now, there's a number of ways you can do this. I like to just put it on and try and work from side to side. Just try and get any air bubbles out. You can work from the middle, or you can use the clear sheet and come off slowly. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and place this at an angle. And I'm going to try and push any bubbles or air out. I've got this little lollipop stick. I do usually use like a credit card, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to censor all the details from my credit card. So I'm just going to use a lollipop stick for now and just force all the air and the water out from underneath it that way. Come back this way. And the good thing with this as well, you can lift it back up if you see there's any air bubbles, and you just come back down with it as well. It always used to confuse me when I see videos of people doing window tints with the water, and I'd always be like, how would you do that with water? Because surely water is going to stop it from being sticky. But nope, it works. Still don't understand how, even though I'm doing it myself. I'm happy with that. Let me dry my hands. And we're going to do the other side. Just try not to get any dust or any debris on it, because you will see it. So again, just going to try and peel the film off this. Just try and separate the corner. Right, just separate the corner off there. But this isn't hard to do, mind. I said this is just the hardest step, because everything else is just so easy to do. So yeah, another way you can do it is just try and keep the film there and do it that way. But yeah, I just like to put it down and then use a credit card, in this case a lollipop stick, and then we'll just work the air upwards. It'll take us a little bit of practice to get used to it. But once you've done it once or twice, it's simple. I'm just going to try and work any air that is trapped in there out. And again, if you see any bubbles, air bubbles, just lift and come back down. Here we go. It's done. So I'm only doing small areas on this as well, just an example, just to show you how it works and how it looks. That's gorgeous. I had a little bit of a crinkled line up there, but that was just what I was trying to peel it. I accidentally hit it a little bit too hard. Just gonna get some more blue roll a minute, just to dry them off. So as I mentioned, in regards to the transparency, so once you've done your colour, like I said, you can get a black one, and then you can go over the top with the black one then as well. And that'll solve that issue there. But again, if you're cutting small names, you're really not going to notice it. So there we go. It's not the best I've done. I can unpeel and do that again, but try to keep the video as short as possible. But as you can see, we've got, try and get that reflected in the mirror. So you've got the gold here. Make sure that is in focus for you. So we've got the gold mirrored there, and then you've got the pearlescent that side. And yeah, it just looks fantastic. It looks a little bit squiff there, I know, because I've just done 2 little sections. But yeah, when you do a whole sheet, it does look, it looks fantastic. Like I said, these sheets of mirrored acrylic, I think at the moment are about £6, and that's 3mm. I think mirrored acrylic only comes in 3mm as well. This is cast acrylic, is 4mm. I've just got loads of this lying around, so I didn't mind doing it on the 4mm. And yeah, I think it's about £2, £2.50 an A4 sheet of clear acrylic. And a sheet of this, I think it was about £4, £5, maybe £6. But I purchased 1/2 meter by 1 meter. So you can do, I think it's about 7 sheets, roughly about 7 sheets of A4 on 1 sheet of them. So that's about, what, 90 pence per sheet. So plus your £2.50, so you're looking at what, just under £3.50 to do your own A4 sheet. And it's about, what, £6, so it's nearly half the price of doing your own than it is to buy it at the moment. Like I said, with prices, they do keep going up, unfortunately. The hobby market is one thing that does get targeted. I don't know why, but yeah, it's one of the unfortunate cases. But yeah, honestly, I think this is the way forward. Especially, like I said, with cutting it, the smells, there is no smell. It's fantastic. When I'm cutting wood or, you know, cast acrylic in the workshop, I can stay in the room with it all the time, and you should always stay in your room when cutting it. You know, you always got to keep an eye on your lasers. But yeah, with mirrored acrylic, I don't know if you have ever cut it, you'll know exactly what I mean. The stuff is absolutely toxic, and it can't be good for you breathing that stuff in. But yeah, there we go, guys. This is just a quick one today on this, just to show you, you know, you can make your own and you can save yourself £1 or £2. And you've got a lot more options in regards to colours. And if you've got neighbours that do complain about the smell or have complained about it, so you haven't really wanted to cut it again, now you can. So yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed that video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, give it a thumbs down. It still helps the channel at the end of the day. If you are new here, press that subscribe button. We're nearly our 1,000 goal. And everyone who has subscribed very recently, thank you very much. Basically for checking out my channel, and I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad I have helped you in one way or another. I'm going to try and do a lot more videos coming up shortly. I'm going to do a small series. Well, we'll see how well it goes. Where I'm going to call it like a free file Friday. So it's going to be a tutorial on how to design a file, mainly in Inkscape more than likely, because that's what I use to design my stuff for my laser cutter. So I'm going to show you how to do it, so you get a bit more knowledge. I know a lot of people are not very savvy with it, but I'll also put a link as well where you can just download the file for free. So I'll try and do that every Friday. And yeah, hopefully, again, it'll drive more traffic to the channel, because I'm not going to charge people for the files I make. I'll give them away for free. And if you've got any requests to any certain files you would like to see me make, so either you can learn yourself, or if you just want a free file, again, let me know. Comment everything, whatever you want to do with the channel. I'll try and get back to you when I can. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. You all take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Ta-ra.